guys, Dorothy here with Done by Dorothy, and I am here today to work on our Mira nature journal, and today we're going to be working on our stenciling. And let me put that to the side. I am going to use my DecoArt Americana. It's Jacobean floral. It does have a number on it. Let me read that number. This is probably one of my most favorites. Okay, it is DecoArt Americana 201707. And again, it's Jacobean floral, so it's probably one of my most favorites. And I am going to be stenciling on some places. And some places, like here, I think I'm going to put a pocket, so I don't think I'm going to stencil on here just because there's so much already here. I don't know. Yeah, let's throw some on there. So, let me pull out my stencil. And I'm not going to do big areas, just small. And I'm using, it's a $2 makeup brush that I got. I actually got this from Five Below. You can get these at Walmart. You can get them in sets in all different sizes. This is just the one that I find works really great for me. And, the top of it measures right about 1.5 inches. So it just seems to, well, it's 1.5 inches by 1 inch. And it seems to be the one that works really well for me. As far as ink, I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Ink and Vintage Photo. So and I'm just going to sort of scatter it. I'm not doing like a specific area. I'm just randomly doing it, and I want it to sort of fade, so as I get farther out I'm going to ease, and it just sort of added a little vining along the side. I'm going to put a pocket there, so we've got that. This is going to be journaled on. It's a page there. Okay, we have this here. I might put something right across the top, and I'm just going to sort of move it around so I do get that varied look. And I'm going to do this just really light across the top, maybe for about 1.5 inches. And I just randomly do this because I like the way that it does just a little bit. And I think I'll put a little bit down here in the corner. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit, just to add that little bit of vining to it. So we've got that. Let's see, so now we've got pockets here, so I actually think I'll do some, no, I want to do some stenciling on here because I don't want to take away from my little froggy. So I'm just going to very lightly, and it doesn't take a lot. And after you've done it a couple times, you'll be like, oh, this is a whole lot easier than what I thought it would be. And I'm just going to randomly, see, that just adds that nice vining sort of naturey look. So we have that. We've got a pocket there. I think I'll do some stamping here. So we'll do some stenciling over here. And I like doing stenciling just because it's real easy. It sort of gives you a journaling spot, but at the same time, it adds a little bit of to the page. And we will be doing some pockets and flips on some of them, so just a tad bit in the corner. Let's see. Oops. I'll go around the outside perimeter here. And if you go on a little bit heavy, try to hold it in place. It's fine. It just sort of almost looks like if when you bake your paper, sometimes it gets that darker look to it. And again, I'm just going to sort of box this in so it sort of frames those other flowers. Just a little box like that. And see that it'll just show as a frame, but at the same time when you open it, you'll have this hole inside that you can journal on. And stenciling is very easy to journal over top of. So I sort of like that too. Let's see. I'm going to do some stamping here because we were going to have our envelope here. And this will be decorated. Okay. So have our envelope. I think I'll do a pocket here. Oh, nope. Let's do some stenciling here because we've got our... Let's sort of follow along that way. And again, I'm not putting a whole lot of ink on here. And about halfway through, I'll just sort of... And I know people do it differently. This is just how I do it. And you know, just because I do it this way doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's wrong. And like, when I'm inking, I just sort of roll mine back and forth so it sort of covers the top. Okay, let's see. I'll do a pocket here. We have this here. Let's sort of, you know what, let's put this on here. Sort of do some up here in the corner. Just a sort of random pattern. And I'm not specific about going a certain way, if that makes sense. I just sort of center it up and sort of let that flower point up. And I sort of go over it. And see, that sort of creates just a nice flow. And when this is over, you're going to be able to see it here and there. So I like that. Probably do some stamping. Or, you know, some collaging. This one's dark enough, I think. This one, I think I will do a pocket because we're getting close to the end. And I'll do some stenciling on here. I'm going to do a big stencil on here, but I'll just do it really lightly. Just sort of do... Just sort of random. I'm not getting everything, just some things. And it's just a really light stamping since I did it all over, or stenciling. This is done, and I think I will do a pocket on the back of that. So that's our first signature done. Again, stenciling goes by really fast. Well, and with doing pockets, I'm going to do a pocket. Let's stencil in this small corner down here since we get all that darkness up at the other end. There we go. Let's see, we have this. We've got all this busyness, this flip here. I think I'll do some stamping over here. Let's do some stenciling here. You know what, let's do a band across the middle. And it doesn't have to be straight. You know what? Let's do some down here on the bottom too. Sort of create a flowing sort of look across. Yep, I think I'm going to do a little bit up here. But I think I'm going to take this sort of off page, on page. This is going to sort of have this. And we'll just sort of. Just sort of create that waves going across. So matching with that. Okay, that's done. I think we'll do a pocket. We'll do some stenciling here. Just do a little bit on the top. I'm doing this really light. I'm just going to do some down here in the corner, sort of across. Just sort of a little bit of light just around the mouth, but I don't want to take too much attention away from the mouth. Okay, so there's a pocket. We'll do some stamping here. Do some No, we'll do some collaging there because of that. Okay, we'll do some stamping. I don't want to take away from that. I think we'll do a pocket. We'll stencil on here because it's already got some darkness on it, but not a lot. And again, I'm just randomly doing this because I don't want it to look like this is me. I don't like it looking like I set and planned every single thing out. Sort of like a variety. And we're going to do some collaging too. Okay, I'm going to stencil this. And I'm just going to do the upper corner. Let me pull this on here. And again, you guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this series. I'm not going to take away from that because I love the natural look of that. And we'll do a pocket on the back, so that one's done. Again, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. We do have some stuff coming up. Oh yeah, I already did this one. Let me grab the one on the bottom. Oh. And this video, like I said, probably won't be very long because stenciling doesn't take a lot. Let's do a triangular, sort of triangular. We got a lot coming up. I know February's coming up. Just to sort of bring you guys up to what is going on with the channel here. Oops, I slid. And the tree we don't need to do anything with. I want to put a pocket there. We'll do some stamping there. Nope. Stencil this side, we'll stamp on the other. I had wanted, well, I had full plans. And I'm just going to sort of scatter this in the middle this time. Sort of randomly. Maybe hit a couple places up towards the top, towards the bottom. Sort of make it look like it's scattered. Just some stamping. Excuse me, a pocket. I love that, so I don't think I'm going to do with that. I may do some collaging. Some collaging on there. You can stencil here some. And again, if you stencil, you can always go over it. Anyway, I had planned, or what I wanted to do, I was actually working on, in the middle of working on, and for February, a sort of Valentine's mini journal, but with everything going on in Australia, and it's devastating. I mean, it's just horrid. I sort of wanted to do something in honor of, I mean, like the wildlife, and not just the wildlife, the people. I mean, the flora. I mean, there's just a ton of, it's just devastating. And, you know, I've seen different people post about wanting to do this and wanting to do that, and I decided that for Valentine's Day, instead of me doing a Valentine's journal, and again, this is, you know, up to each and his own. And I mean, I actually have quite a bit of my audience that's from the Australia area. And I know a lot of them, you know, are just being affected by everything that's going on. And my heart goes out to you. That's, I mean, all I can say. I'm trying not to cry because I'm like one of those emotional type people anyway. But I sort of want to do a salute, not just to the wildlife and the flora, but the people of Australia. You know, with everything going on, you guys are just troopers, you know, and so I want to do a salute. So we are doing the journal for February, and I'm not showing you any preview of images or anything like that. actually talked with my husband, and you know, we had a big conversation about it, and sort of I'm not in Australia, so I can't, you know, help and assist and do things like that. You know, other than like donating, you know, if you're able to donate to, you know, the needs in Australia, then please do. So for the month of February, we're going to do our journal, and it's going to be for the love of Australia. And all the images will be free, and we will do it. And then we'll work on it together. And when you see the images, you'll understand, you know, for the love of Australia, when you see it. I mean, because it's just, the images are just, they're divine, is the only word I can say. So we will be doing that. So we got our, for February. So, you know, stay tuned for that. I'm sorry, you guys, just to babble, but I had to think about that, and it sort of got me sidetracked, so I apologize. So we will be doing that in February, so stay tuned for that. Probably closer to the end of this one, I will do a preview of what's going on, or I may at the beginning of, you know, wait till the very end of January. We are going to do, you know, a full-blown journal, so it'll be exciting, and it'll be a keepsake for me. I am not giving it away. I'm not selling it. I'm keeping mine as a keepsake for myself. Just sort of, you know, I know a lot of people are suffering, and I know, you know, quite a few in my group that are from Australia that, you know, their craft time is their sort of their getaway because of everything that's going on. So we are going to do a salute to you. Anyway, so I'm going to stop now before I cry, just so you guys know. We got all of our pages stenciled that I wanted to stencil, and you guys seen that. I just sort of randomly do it, you know, sort of, you know, I don't do, if I have an envelope, I'm not going to do a pocket right next to an envelope. But I want to do some collaging, and by collaging, you know, like small little corner type ephemera add-ons, you know, pockets and things like that still have to go in. So we got the stenciling done. I hope I didn't rush through that too fast for you guys. Again, I mean, stenciling is pretty easy. I mean, I showed you pretty much what it is, and I just sort of randomly pick pages. Don't be scared to randomly pick pages to stencil on, because, okay, here is an example, and I'm just gonna, okay, like I stenciled on this page, but say I'm going through here and I go, oh man, I stenciled on this page, I want to put a pocket on here. Okay, so let me use this. This isn't, it's a test page, but say I wanted to use this for my pocket, right? And I stencil here, I want to put a pocket on this page. I'm like, man, okay, well, when I put that pocket on there, that stenciling is just going to show through the background. So, not a problem. Again, I'm just pulling this out here randomly. So, say, you know, I decide I want to do a collage down here. So, I put a little music paper along the side. I decide I want it a little green. And then say I put some, I'm just randomly doing this, so this isn't what I would actually do, but, you know, I put a little cheesecloth there. Well, I mean, I might actually do this. If I like it good enough, it might stay there. I throw a little cheesecloth there, and then I've got my die cut. I can ink it up and put it there. Even then, that stenciling looks fine in the background. So you're not going to take away anything by doing that. Okay, so we are stenciling, or the stenciling is finished, so I will show you what I will be doing next. If I can find them, give me a second. I've sort of been cutting this up as I go, so, you know, I got random pieces missing here and there that I've got to reprint, which is the nice thing that I like having multiples. So like, you know, this I made as a pocket. And again, let me cut this out real fast. I haven't even cut these out. So I'm going to be cutting out my pockets, the ATC cards, which I just seen, but I'm not sure what I did with. I just literally seen them when I was moving through. Oh yeah, because I used, so, you know, I've got my ATC cards. I'm going to cut them out. My ATC cards, I'm going to be sewing around the edges just like we did our pages. You know, and there's the videos, you know, Sew Beautiful Journals, which is the sewing tutorial, and you'll do, just like you do the pages, you'll do all of your paper ephemera, just like that. So I will be cutting my pockets out, like my book plate, my ATC cards, my postcard size things, and I will be sewing around the outside edges of those. Well, I'll show you how. Anyway, but let me do this first. Bounce around. So this is one that we're going to use as a pocket. So literally, that could go down right there. And that stenciling still looks great. So don't worry, you know, when you stencil that you're going to, oh no, what am I going to do? I messed it up, or, you know, that type of thing. So I will show you real fast how I'm going to do my postcards as well as my ATC cards. Now, you have an option, and you can do different things, you know, that you want. So with the postcards, you could glue down to tea-dyed paper, which is what I'm going to do because I want to use them as extra journaling spots, because we do have on our pages, they are really, really dark, and, you know, they take up the whole page, and there's just a lot of images on there, so there's not a massive amount of journaling room. So, and that's not perfect, because so, like, your ATC cards and your postcards, let me just go ahead and cut the second one out. So, you back of your postcards, so if you find yourself and you think, oh wow, I'm almost running out of tea-dyed paper, and, you know, I really don't want to make up, you know, 4 or 5 pages, or, you know, I'm scared it won't match the ones I've already made, and I sort of like mine to blend type thing. You know, you can stencil on the back. You can leave it white. I don't leave mine white. That's just me. You can stencil on the back. You know, let me grab a piece of paper. And again, these are the pages. Remember I showed you the pages that came out really, really dark? This is what I use this for. So, pull my sleeves up a little bit out of the way. Let me ink first. And I always ink before I glue down, if I can remember. Sometimes I don't remember. You know, and that's just mistakes of the trade, I guess. Sometimes you get going so fast, worried about what you're doing, that you don't get it. And hopefully my volume will be fixed today. If there are issues, let me know. I am working on, we're getting a new camera and a new mic set, so that will be coming up, and I will just tell you under wraps now, not so everybody knows, but the mic set and everything that I'm getting will allow me to do lives. I could do lives now, but it sort of limits me on what I can do because of the equipment that I'm using. So, and this equipment I'm getting, I'll be able to use it. So yeah, I'm just going to put it right over top this dark paper that I had, and I'm just going to glue it on there. And again, okay, now I used art glitter glue for this. You do not have to use art glitter glue for this. If you're going to use, and I had several people ask me about glues and things like that. I'm not a big user of glue sticks. I have had issues with glue sticks in the past, not holding long term, and you know, whether I make a journal for myself, and this is just me, And again, that depends on the person, I guess. I make the journals I sell the same exact way I make the journals for myself. You know, I'm not going to use the best products for journals I keep for myself. And if I'm selling it, go, well, you know, this is sort of expensive. I'm not going to use that. So, you know, yeah, maybe I, you know, have to charge a little bit more for my journals. But when you see in my videos, you know, when I'm using art glitter glue and I'm using Fabri-Tac, I'm not using glue sticks, I'm not using, you know, Elmer's school glue. Not that there's anything wrong. If that's what you have, use it. I just have the opportunity to use what I do. So, you know, when I do, that's what I make my journals out of. But anyway, the postcards, I'll do that, put it over, I'll ink it up. Now I'm going to sew around my edges. And I'll do the same thing with my ATC cards, the same thing with my pockets. So that is what I will be doing. I will be prepping those. So when we come back to do pockets tomorrow, my index cards, my ATC cards, and my pockets will all be inked and sewn, just so you know that. I could sit and make every single one of those while I'm sitting here doing that, but that's sort of repetitive. And we all learned how to glue when we were little kids, and we know how to ink. So those are steps that, you know, I did one step for you. I just showed you this step. Now you just repeat. So that's what we will be doing next time we come back. So again, I will let you guys go. You guys have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Links will be in the description box below like always. Have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Sorry, this one was a little bit shorter than normal, but just take it as a vacation because it's about ready to get tough because we're getting into covers. So I will chat with you all later. Bye.